like a lot of things about the fight. I like that Bud took his time when it beefed up early because he knew it was coming. So when you got time to get ready and get right, that's a big thing. You can't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo has been there for a while. Great puncher, great boxer puncher. If Bud can take the punch, which we're pretty sure he can do, we'll have a good fight on our hands. I think there are several ways for Bud to win it, but one way for Canelo to lose it. I ain't gonna disclose none of that, but that's just my thoughts.
We'll do that as we get closer.
Exactly.
Fight night happens. Is it you? And is it now? You ready to beat him now? He's not unbeatable. Maybe you can beat him, but are you gonna do it? And are you gonna do it now? You feel me? You know? Because I thought Danny Jacobs was gonna have a way better performance.
Danny actually performed well against Canelo, but he didn't take any chances. He was doing just enough to not get beaten.
And Canelo was feeling himself. Canelo had preparation. He had that head movement, losing to Floyd, this and that. He fought some flat-footed fighters. He got used to getting his head here and there and ducking down and then pulling out and spinning out. And he does not work behind the jab. He is not geared for the tactical approach. And the only other approach, which is the Hail Mary, is that you hurt the gorilla neck boy. You know, this freaking gorilla exercise. My favorite quote, I've been telling everybody, and I just can't come up with anything better. Canelo Alvarez is not, was not, and will not ever be an unbeatable fighter. That's fine. None of us are really unbeatable, right? But people got to understand this. Canelo Alvarez is not an unbeatable fighter. The question is, whoever he's fighting, we don't question what Canelo's gonna do, right? We question what his opponents are gonna do, right? It's not even really about Canelo. Canelo's gonna show up as Canelo Alvarez, right? Ginger boy. So the question is, are you?
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna feel comfortable saying it because I like both guys. And when you got two guys of their caliber, you can't really count either guy out. You know that yourself.
That's a fact.
Bud is a champion. That says a lot. And on top of that, Bud is still hungry. You understand me? Canelo did his thing too, but I don't know if he got that hunger still left in him. You understand me? And that's what I think, that's the only thing that bothers me. If he's still hungry, then we in for a good night. But if he's not hungry,
I ain't got no comment on who gonna win a fight, you dig? If Crawford do what he's supposed to do, he got an option. If he don't beat Canelo. Simple as that. You know? If Crawford don't do what he gotta do, he gonna lose. Don't ask me who gonna win. I'm not the judge of the fight. I'm in fighting, you know? I'm just trying to.
You can have what it takes. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna execute? Are you gonna not be scared? Are you gonna not be timid? Are you gonna not waste time? So like I said about my statement for this fight, victory comes in preparation. The only way Bud Crawford even gets close to winning is through the preparation. We can say, oh, the extra weight, this and that, blah, blah, blah. He truly wants to win. What you will see within the first opening half is him working behind.
What's up, fight fans? It's your boy, Terence Crawford. Sitting here, about to board this plane, get ready to go to Vegas, do a little more preparing and get ready to become a 3-time undisputed world champion. Hey, shout out to Turkey Island Sheik, Riyadh Season. Hey, my family, I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. See y'all fans in Vegas, September 13th. Let's get it.
Measuring stick of how I'm improving and what I'm seeing and my timing being picked up and stuff like that. To me, timing is the most essential thing for Canelo in this fight.
Why for Canelo and not for Bud, who hasn't fought in 13 months?
I don't think his timing is going to go anywhere just being out of the ring for 13 months. Also,
Wait a minute. We moving up in glove size, aren't we? This will be his second fight with 10-ounce gloves.
I think that happens when you get to 54.
Yeah,
though.
for sure. His second fight with 10-ounce gloves.
Yeah,
the power disappeared. He got hit more this fight with Badgermov. Like,
I don't think the power disappeared.
What?
It was his first non-knockout.
I think it was the guy he was fighting. There's so much to analyze in that.
So when you got time to get ready and get right, that's a big thing. You can't take nothing away from Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez. I didn't fight on the main stages like Canelo Alvarez. Two totally different roads.
The guy is in dog shape.
It was something that I already knew was gonna happen. I just needed the opportunity to show everyone.
Canelo Alvarez is not, was not, and will not ever be an unbeatable.
You've waited long enough. Now it's your time to step into the spotlight and silence every doubt. You've already landed in Las Vegas, and with that, the tone is set. You're not here for show, or you're here for war. You called out Canelo Alvarez not just to fight him, but to take everything he's worked for. You're coming for legacy, not applause. As the buzz builds, you can feel the tension rising. You know what they're saying. The weight, the layoff, the power difference, but none of that shakes you. You didn't train to prove people wrong. You trained to prove yourself right. You didn't just gain weight. You built a new version of yourself, one designed to shock the world. Everyone has an opinion. Some say you're too small. Others believe you're too skilled. Some think Canelo's power ends this early, but you're not worried about predictions. You know the truth. Fights aren't won on paper. They're won in the ring, minute by minute, punch by punch.
With the boxing style and his skills, I think that Bud could probably outbox him. But it's like, man, even when Canelo hit him on the gloves, on the arm or something like that, you've been hit by somebody that big with 8-ounce gloves on, 10-ounce gloves on. It's like, I don't know. I don't see it personally, you know. But man, Bud is great. If Bud can, I think that if Bud can pull off this Canelo fight, man, he might be. I always did put Bud up there with the Ray Leonards and, you know, like the Floyds and, you know, Pacquiao. I always put him up there, you know, like I think he's knocking on that door. But if he can do this, he's definitely in that room, you know, of the real, you know, he's a.
My bets, $20,000. I just placed my bets. I'm getting to the back. I even placed bets on the KO on Saul Canelo Alvarez knocking out Terence Bud Crawford. If you want to see my bets, go to my socials, Instagram, X, TikTok, the bets.
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't care. I ain't gonna lie, I went out there not only to help, not help, but I went out there for myself, basically. Like, you know, to start my first 2 weeks off at camp, out in where we was at, you know, with the elevation and all that was phenomenal. This was for me, it wasn't for nobody else, you know. I went out there and I got the experience, you know, being in the ring with Canelo, and like I said, we was having fun. I had a great time smarring him, and it was good.
Obviously, can win on points. He's more active. He's gonna be throwing more punches. And here's the thing, bro. He can also hurt Canelo. And when you hurt somebody, you don't always see a visible leg shake. Fighters are resilient. They'll poker face that thing, and you'll never know. But both fighters gotta respect the other. Me, it's a dangerous fight for both guys. People think the danger is just going Canelo's way to Crawford. No, they're both dangerous, and I think both fighters understand. Anything can happen. Now, I'm not gonna give my full breakdown just yet. I don't see a scenario where Canelo can outwork Terence Crawford round after round and win on a points decision. I think he's either gonna have to hurt him and then finish him or just knock him out. And I think Terence.
This is how he looks right here. Just like you see him in natural light, you see him in black and white. The guy is in dog. Funny thing is, I can't believe that the odds were that close. I mean, that shows the respect that people have for Terence Bud Crawford. But for me, a 38, you guys know my takes, but a 38-year-old welterweight versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, undisputed super middleweight, who is 3 years younger than him. Listen, Terence Bud Crawford is too good for it to not be competitive for as long as it lasts, right? I just think Canelo is gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I want him to. I'm not gonna lie. I really want Bud. I'm cool with Bud and stuff like. I really want Bud to pull it off, but it's a big task. You know, I think it's a real big task. You know, Canelo is not like he is getting. They both are older. You know, but I don't know. I just don't see it. You know, I know everybody believing in stuff like that, but like it's just a difference, bro. He going up 2 weight divisions, right? 2 or 3, whatever. It's
two.
Like
he only had 1 fight at 54. So
right, he had 1 at 54, bro. And it's like, bro, you going up 2 divisions to fight Canelo. And I think it can look like that on paper. You know, same thing with Mel. When Mel fought him, Mel looked way bigger than Canelo. Mel was taller, he looked big and all that. But it's the difference when you...
You're not here to survival. You're here to control. You'll measure him early, find the rhythm, and take the lead. Your jab will be your weapon. Your movement, your shield. Canelo is dangerous, no doubt. But you've faced danger before, and you've always found a way. The voices around you don't matter. Not the doubters, not the analysts, not even the legends. Only one voice matters now. Yours.
That itself could be a double-edged sword because 1, you know, he's going to be stronger, but 2, is he going to be slower? Is he going to be used to fighting at such a heavy weight? I feel like he should have fought at least 1 fight at 168 just to really get a handle on all the weight and how he's going to feel. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I don't think there's going to be a knockout, if I'm being honest. But I think that Canelo's going to...
Crawford wins by implementing some of the Skull game plan for sure. Obviously, Canelo doesn't deal with lateral movement well or isn't motivated to deal with it the way that he did in the Lara fight. Honestly, I would say... I know Crawford, or well, at least I think I know how he fights. And what I mean by that is like when the going gets tough, he's in southpaw. But I would prefer him to fight in orthodox. So... just based off the last fight, right? We've seen too many right hands land from a dream off and left hooks when you're exiting his right. He was getting hit with that left. I don't want to see a Canelo.
I had said before, you know, when him and Errol Spence fought, you know, and everybody was like, who gonna win, who gonna win? I said, you know, there's a lot, everybody got a chance to win, but I said, don't nobody want to fight no black-ass Terence. Every bad neighborhood got a black-ass Terence, at least when I was growing up. There was one little black-ass boy named Terence, and then nobody want no smoke with him. So he's still that guy. And when I seen he got his head balled up like this here, anybody walk out the house with their head balled up like that there? No, he looked like one of the ancestors. You understand? No. Sir, not that Django right there.
Guess if Crawford takes some chances, but he's jumping up such a high weight class. Canelo by decision.
I'll tell you what though, Crawford looks thick.
You see the photos of him that he put on his Instagram?
He's got big legs. I know.
He's fucking jacked.
Look
so you think that makes him faster?
That's a good question.
You think it makes him faster?
That's a good question.
Piss test. How dare you?
But B, I'm not sure.
I don't think he's doing anything, but he might be.
Yeah, I'm not sure though, B, that his
look at that. Come on, son. Look at that.
Yeah.
Callan's jerking off to this later.
I am.
100%.
I have a boner that could cut glass right now.
There's a photo on one of the websites that shows him at when he was fighting at 47, ripped versus him fighting now at 68, ripped, and he definitely looks thicker. He looks quite a bit thicker.
Technical, he's better than Canelo. I just don't see him being Canelo.
I don't know if he's better technically. Canelo's pretty good technically.
I want Crawford to win. First of all, let's not end there. We pressed for time?
No, we good. We got 5.
I interviewed a trainer on my show, and he said if Crawford wins by knockout, we have to consider top 3.
Oh, he top 3 immediately.
Me personally, I'm rooting for Terence Howard. Not Terence Howard, my bad, Terence Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford. Nah, I know Terence Howard. He ain't gonna be fighting nobody, man. So no, my bad. Terence Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford. And sometimes I'm not sure who will win either. You know what I mean? But when I saw this picture, Terence Crawford with his hair all balled up like this here. I said, yeah, he gonna
kind of like, I already knew it was gonna go crazy. You know, once we posted the pic, I'm like, yo, this jump gonna go everywhere. We kind of like figured it, and you know, it kind of, I guess you could say it made the fight more interesting now, because everybody kind of like want to tune in a little bit more to see, you know, what's gonna happen for them. You know, why not you be able to share the ring with, you know, with Canelo, and like I said, you know, being there with a Hall of Famer, legend, and face of, kind of like the face of boxing, you know.
How was the work?
The work was great, you know. The work was great, you know. Like I said, I had a great time. We was having fun. You know, I love being in there with Canelo. It was a great thing.
The one that told you this was possible, the one that brought you here, the one that refuses to settle for anything less than history. This isn't just another fight. This is your moment to redefine the sport. So when the lights go down and the bell rings, there's only one thing left to do. Take what's yours.